Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Just cut it. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut it. That's what we're doing. Right now we are cutting it. You know why? You know exactly why we're cutting it. That's why we cut it. I let you have a little bit. Because I know it's been a long time. And I know I've been off. And I'm sorry about that. We'll get to it. Hold on. Wait. I gotta keep talking like this. But we have to cut it. Heat Cultura. 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 I don't make the rules. That's how you say it. I don't know what the fuck. It's been a while. I'm sorry. This last loss was this one hurt me. However you say it. That's how you say it. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura. Studio MOGURA. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the CashApp. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon. Softcover. Hardcover available on Barnes & Noble. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Basically, my adventures as a raver. Also, check out my comic shop, autotaco.com, which is also my personal blog. You can also check out my TeePublic shop, where you can get the official Heat Cultura t-shirt. And Ted with his pot and pan and little, spoon and the 3 championships we had a long-ass time ago. And also check out finally, we put up the QR code for it. My Spotify playlist, so you can check out my entire discography dating back to 1999. Up until last year with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. I apologize. That is the first thing that we do. We apologize for any past transgressions that we may have done. I'm trying to find a spot for this thing. But wait, I gotta open this thing first. It has been a trying week just because there's a lot of work. I do taxes, and this is like, the time and stuff. And it's mind-numbing work, and then the work is just mind-numbing. Also, at the same time, I work all day, and then I get home, and you would think I'd relax. But no, I don't relax. I stay up until like 5 every day. It's like working some more. Doing all the pitch stuff, doing the movie stuff. Trying to still perfect the pitch deck that I've been working on for the past couple of days. I still haven't sent an email out to the financing people. It's there because I'm like, I don't want to send the email without attaching the pitch deck. I'm going to start forcing that shit on people, And I got to finish the pitch deck, and I got to finish editing it. And it's just, when you get here, when I get home after just typing and checking and all that stuff, and it's just, even though it's not as intense because we have help this year, which is great. Thank you very much. But it's mind-numbing. You get home and you're brain dead. So it's hard to recharge to be creative afterward, which requires like 10 times the amount of mental kind of like output that it does to use to do this stuff, whatever. So it's hard. But I wasn't gonna miss this game because it was the big game, and that's the other reason. Is like, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking waste my time with these fucking bullshit losses, with these bullshit fucking Wizards fucking garbage. With the Mavericks game, we had to win that game, and yeah, I didn't do it. I think it was because it was a back-to-back, and I was like, hey, you know what? We did the back-to-back, or whatever. You don't need to hear me fucking bitch about this shit. You didn't need me. You know why you didn't need to hear me bitch about the Mavericks game? Because I was gonna bitch about this game. Okay, we all know it. We all saw this shit coming. The way that this team has been playing against the top. Like, don't act like, oh man. Even I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to you. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But for me, I'm telling myself, don't. You don't get to cry. You don't get to fucking, bitch about it. You don't get to be like, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. Because we knew this. We saw this coming. We saw this coming. This team, you could not have gone. When this game was over, that they were talking on after the game that this game got lost when what's his face made the three. I forget. I blanked out his name. I blanked out right now, and I forgot. And well, whenever this guy made the three at the end, and then no, it wasn't. It was at halftime. It was at halftime. It was at halftime. We had to tie this game going into halftime. We had to tie the game or take the lead going into halftime. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. No, we were down 4 or some shit like that. Once again, we caught up to them. They were up like 12 on us, and I was like, we're done. This is cooked, because this was not a game that we could have allowed them to go up 10 on us at any moment. This was a game where you figured you might have runs, and if they go up 10, it's because, we're gonna catch up, and then we're gonna go up 10, and then they're gonna catch up, and like we are with the Celtics, But this is not a team like that. This is not a team where you can go up. You can let them go up 10 on you, because they will beat you then. Okay, they'll beat you, and then you'll be crying after the game, like we are doing right now. That's why you don't let them go. You don't let them go up 10 on you. Okay, they have too much firepower. They're too defensively. They won the fucking championship game. Okay, they like beating us because they've beaten us like 8 fucking times in a row in the last couple of years. So it's really important that we don't freak out. And so I just realized I haven't transitioned to sound only. Pardon me for that. I gotta add the stupid fucking VLC was covering up the program, and I didn't realize I hadn't switched over yet. So yeah, so there's no need to cry about it, even though we're crying about it. We're trying to hold it all inside. But we knew we had, the reason why I say is because we knew we had a problem a while ago. Okay, we knew that there was a problem with this team a while ago. Mavericks was the test. Look, we were ripping through. Oklahoma City was another big test. We lost that game. There was no reason to think going into Denver, we're gonna win Denver at home, when we're worse at home than we are on the road. When we got beat by the 2 teams that are worse than this team. So now that we have covered that and established that, okay, we're not there. We're not near these guys. Because when it comes down to it in a series, like, we're not gonna beat the West. That was the test, because we had a really great litmus test of what the West feels and tastes like in this last road trip, because we just got the West like really, really, really well. We got the West. We got a bunch of really great West teams, and we saw we could beat the Pelicans. Saw we could beat, Sacramento and the Utah Jazz, I guess. But what the hell does that matter? We ain't gonna see those guys. This was a game that we had to win to really reassure ourselves that, okay, we have a good product here. Because for them now to go into the postseason and all of a sudden rip through it like it ain't shit, that's now you're asking for un milagro ahora mismo. Because there's no reason for us, like, I know they did it last year, but really, let's be real, like, everyone in the world thinks that was a fluke, and that was a fucking blessing from God. So if we're going to just, like, not be considered one of the crazy people on the planet, we'll go ahead and be like, okay, yeah, right? Sure. Okay, fine. We'll give them that. So we needed proof this year that this team was going to be able to compete. And when they're floating around 3 or 4, people are noticing them, and people are like, oh, okay, yeah. But then they drop back to this bullshit, and it's like, oh, yeah, everybody's going to, it's just the Heat, whatever. Nobody gives a shit. And if that's the case, well, then, we need more. We gotta cut the fat off of some people. We gotta get rid of some people. And we gotta make space. That's it. Plain and simple. Done. Bam is not one of those guys. Because Bam played tonight like he was the only one motherfucking playing. I was bitching to Rozier, give it to Bam. As soon as give it to Bam, give it to Bam. There was a moment where Bam was going back and forth with Jokic, and like, dude, it was obvious you had to keep going. And then nope, Rozier has to take his fucking shot. Rozier is a problem for this team, man. I don't give a fuck how pretty his shot looks when it goes in, and how often he hits a three when you don't expect him to hit the fucking shot. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. You know, like, the guy has gone here, and all the times that he's been in the game, he's put in the game, we're not winning. We're not fucking winning. Let's try not to start him and see if we win that game. Because it doesn't matter if it's against the top or if it's against the worst. We've lost 4 in a row against the top and the worst with this guy. So at this point, I want to see a game where Terry Rozier doesn't start. You know, and a big problem to that is, look, I love him to death, man, and I still back him, and I'm still putting money on him, and I'm still like 100% behind him, or at least I gotta say really maybe 99 at this point, and 1% of me is like, I don't know what the hell. But a big reason for this shit show is Hero. Hero should be starting where Terry Rozier is starting. You know, because the lineup is gonna ultimately be, you know, Bam, Butler. You gotta have Robinson starting, because you gotta get Robinson's 20. That's like the key to this fucking team, is just getting Robinson's 20. You know, and I'm all about it, man. I'm all about either Jaquez starting or Jovic starting. One of the two. One of those two guys. And then the last spot, it's got to be Hero. Hero's got to start, man, and he's got to get back. And at this point, you know, I'm worried to think that it's a lot worse than what they're letting on. Because you know how the Heat are. Motherfuckers are crazy. They ain't going to tell you what it is. And all of a sudden, it's like, you know, he's got a foot thing, and it was like, yo, but you had a knee thing, and did you ever recover from the knee thing? And now that you have foot tendonitis, how could you have foot tendonitis if you were supposed to be off your feet when, you know, with the knee thing? So what the hell? Was it ever the knee thing? Was that ever official? Because I remember after that happened, he was like, oh no, I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but I'm okay. And when he says that shit, you would imagine, you know, oh, okay, cool. Then you play, maybe they don't play the next game just to, like, you know, but the next game after you're going to play, right? Yeah. You remember when Terry Rozier got hurt? We thought he was done for the season. I thought he was done for the season, and he comes back. And he comes back, and he's got no lift, and he's taking tons of fucking shots and missing them and shit. And it's like, oh, great, Terry Rozier's back. I don't care how good his shots look, man. He came in here and we're losing. And there was a moment where we were doing really good. And I don't, the only thing that I'm like, you know, playing Mills was a bad, I mean, what are you going to do, though? Like, who else are you going to play? I don't know. Who else do we have that was sitting on the bench? Whoever that is, you fucking play that person, okay? How about that? Because paying Patty Mills was a bad idea for this game. I mean, he looked visibly like a child on the court. Mills looked like a child. He looked like a little kid playing against big kids. So I mean, and I know it's like, look, this guy's like probably like 6 feet tall, but hey, you know what? Everyone else on the fucking court is 6'5". And Patty Mills just wasn't getting it done. Patty Mills misses one. Patty Mills, you miss one shot, you get one more. If you don't make that one, you sit. That's it. You're done. You only get 2 shots in the game, and we're gonna go to somebody else. You know, we should have played Jaquez more, because Jaquez was giving it to fucking this guy who used to play for fucking Orlando. Anthony, I don't know who gives a shit whose name is. You find it out. You know who it is. So he was giving it to him, and but instead we rode with Martin, and look, you know, God bless Martin, man, because he shows up and he's been doing great lately and all stuff like that. But you know, he had to make shots. But you want to be great, you got to make shots. You gotta make, and he wasn't making shots. Didn't make any shots. He made one three. But for the most part, Mario was getting beat. But what I saw was Jaquez, going when he just had a bigger body. Jaquez is a bigger body, like wider. He's a wider body. Caleb is good, and Caleb is fast, and he's got really long arms and stuff. But we needed power tonight. This is a power team. This is why we get beat by this team, because we're not built to beat the West. We're built to beat like the Celtics, and we're built to beat the Bucks, who are very lean teams, very strong, athletic, lean teams. And this isn't that. The West is like just power. Those are power teams. These are teams that are just like tanks, And we're out here like driving speedboats and shit. We're all coked up. Así mismo. And we're fucking coming out west, and everybody out west is like super huge, built like a fucking tank and on meth. So it's like, kind of difficult. What makes it worse is when, we don't hit our threes and that's it. We're done. We're done. We got to start forcing the fucking issue on this shit. Like, and I don't want to see Terry Rozier taking fucking threes. I don't care if he makes one. I don't give a shit. I don't want to see him taking more shots anymore in this fucking team. Like, I want to see Duncan Robinson taking all the shots that Terry Rozier takes. I want to see Duncan Robinson take those. 0-5, I don't give a shit. You go 0-10 in this game. Okay? And we embarrass you in front of a God in the world. Okay? Because that's what you deserve. With your 80 million ass. Do something. Because Bam was the only one doing anything tonight. Jimmy was trying, but Jimmy was getting beat. Jimmy wasn't winning. And Jimmy has really met his match with what is it? Aaron Gordon or something. No, Aaron Gordon, I don't even know. Is it Aaron Gordon? I don't know. I don't remember what his name is. Now I have to look because it just bothers me now. It just bothers me. Yeah, Aaron Gordon. What do you want? Jimmy was getting beat. Jimmy had his moment. He had a couple there, but he just wasn't enough. And I posted something. I said, I don't want playoff Jimmy anymore. I want championship Jimmy. I want to see the Jimmy that wins. Not the Jimmy that's like, I don't want to see Jimmy average. I don't want to see the Jimmy that averages 22 a game, which is one less than what he averaged last year, which was 23. I want to see 30-point Jimmy. Okay? In these kind of games. There's no reason why. I don't want to see 30-point fucking Jimmy against the Wizards. We're going to go to Detroit. And you know what Jimmy's going to do? He's going to probably give you 30 points because we got to win this motherfucking game. You better fucking believe we got to win this fucking game. So Jimmy's going to go nuts in this game if he's fucking healthy. God knows. I know, right? Exactly. Even she says the same thing. Jimmy's got to go out there. I don't want to see Jimmy put 30, 35, 42 against the fucking Detroit Pistons. What the fuck is that? I don't want that shit. Don't give me that. Take that shit out of here. Do we tune in for the night? Are you going to watch the Detroit Pistons game? Are you going to watch that shit? Or are you just going to be like, oh, fuck, that's right, there's a game tonight? No, I want my fucking 30-point Jimmy against fucking the Nuggets. I want it against the Celtics. I want it against fucking, the best team in the fucking league. I want it against the Mavericks. I want it against OKC now, apparently, because apparently they're fucking ridiculous. That's who I want my 30-point Jimmy. Okay? Not with this bullshit. Lower tier motherfuckers in the fucking Eastern Conference. Get the hell out of here. We're lower tier, bro. There's no doubt right now. There's no doubt right now that we're one of the lower tier teams. And we're nothing to fear. We're nothing to respect. We're probably going to get bounced the first fucking round if we fucking even make it through the playing game. Because we're going to probably end up in the playing game and then be with the fucking smug-ass attitude of like, hey, we did it last year. Okay, cool. And then, boop, you're gone. And look at that. A fucking bullshit fucking Atlanta somehow gets in or some shit like that. Let me tell you, we go up against the Pacers, I feel the Pacers will beat us because they have a pace and they take and make threes. We don't. We're still trying to play this fucking game like it's 1993, dude. What the fuck? Like, we gotta take like an insane amount of threes in this game, bro. That's how we're gonna. That's the way that the Celtics are winning. They're putting up an ungodly amount of threes. And on top of taking it ungodly, they're making them. Okay? Jason Tatum takes a fucking three. You're like, that's it. And it hasn't even left his hand yet. And you're like, you're already crowning him fucking Steph Curry. You know you are. Every miss that goes against his fucking team is a breath. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, thank God. It's not like, oh, you didn't expect it. No, bro. Every people take against the Heat team right now, you're praying to God. I don't even look. I close my eyes and I look away from the screen like they're murdering somebody. It's like a fucking, you know, one of those jihad videos where they cut the guy's head off. It's like, oh no, thank you. No. I don't want to see this shit. There is a fucking problem in Miami right now. It's a problem. You know, and I'm sorry, but the Rozier and the Mills were the last things that we like really changed. And I know I'm trying to be fucking patient, bro. I really am with the whole fucking Hero shit. I'm trying to be fucking patient with that and be like, well, you know, Hero's not fucking there. What the fuck do you want? We brought out the heavy guns and we're doing like 71% wax because this is the kind of fucking, you know, when you hit a fucking 4-game losing streak, you gotta fucking start hitting heavy shit just to fucking numb yourself from life and the pain that comes with, you know, being ripped into the universe. Brought to you in part by Puffco. They don't sponsor me, but I would appreciate Puffco if you could sponsor me. I highly recommend. I worked at Truly for 2 years, and I told everybody, you know what changed my life, my view with wax and with concentrates is the using a Puffco. When you use a rig with the fire and all that shit, yeah, you know. I mean, yes, we did miss too many threes, but we miss too many threes all the time. We miss it all the time. We miss threes. You know, that's nothing new. Well, Duncan, we have said this before. Check the tape. Hold on, I'm taking the hit now. Wait. We have said this before. Oh my God. That's way too smooth. That's really dangerous. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the point. Going you. It's yelling at me. Did you hear it? It's like, finish it. Don't be such a fucking punk. Be a man. Don't hurt me, Bobby. Salpica. I've said it before. In previous episodes of Cultura, it is the mantra of this show. If aliens landed on this planet tomorrow, threatened us with its destruction, unless the Miami Heat sent somebody to the line to make a wide open three. And if the aliens forced us to put up Duncan Robinson, I'm telling you right now, I am personally walking up to the aliens and telling them to give me the button. I'm going to press it before he even takes a shot. Because I know he is going to miss it. We all know he is going to miss the wide open shot that Duncan Robinson has. And he's going to even fucking dribble it. Like, he's going to bounce it like a couple times. Instead of just looking and just taking the fucking shot. Instead of like taking, he's gonna think about it, and then we're gonna be done. Okay, that's a fact. Anybody else you send, more than likely will probably make it. Jimmy Butler will probably make it. You know, I'll let Jimmy go. Sure, Jimmy. You know, Hero's making it. You know, Caleb Martin is fucking making a wide open three to save planet Earth. You know he is. You have faith in Caleb Martin now more than ever. Jimmy Butler, you have faith in the number. You saw Bam take a three today. You know what? Maybe send Bam. Send Duncan Robinson? Get the fuck out of here. We're done. We are done. That's it. We're floating in space. Our bodies have become pulverized by the fire, ignited. When the earth is blown to smithereens because Duncan Robinson misses a wide open three. This is not me being insane. This is science. We'll check the fucking tape. There's enough evidence out there. It's not me. Look at Duncan Robinson's career. Go look at the tape and see how many wide open shots that motherfucker has missed in his career. It is like, it's insane. So when you go to sleep tonight, cuando tú te duermes esta noche, you better fucking pray to God, to whatever gods, to whatever holy being that you put above yourself. Y tú le preguntes, please, for the love of God, do not let aliens land on this planet tomorrow and have them force us to put Duncan Robinson to take a wide open three to save the earth, because we'll be fucked. Okay? This is a fact. Which is why, like, you know, it was really important, and it was really good to see him this season really kind of like take another step. But the thing is you can't take a step and then people start talking about you like, oh, look, you've changed and you've really evolved as a player and shit. And like, okay, that only happens when you appear on TNT once in a while. No, man, you got to do that shit every night. Every single fucking night you got to do that shit. And they don't do that shit. He doesn't do that shit. Tonight should have been Bam and him destroying these people. Like, the Denver Nuggets, they're good, man. Denver Nuggets are good. They're a good fucking team. But we can step with them. Bam can step with Jokic, man. He can. And he should have been given the opportunity to go back and forth with him and really make it a fucking game. Make it about both Bam and make it about fucking Jokic, man. But no, Terry Rozier, ahí, vente ahí y mete la pinga. I want to get on this. Like, Terry Rozier, you gotta learn not to fucking take the shot. Find the fucking assist. Look how fucking Bam found that assist with Duncan Robinson. That's why, bro, tonight should have been them two just ripping it up. It's frustrating, man, because we bring in guys like Mills, bring in guys like Rozier, and then we make it about them. And I'm tired of the point guard. This team can function perfectly without a fucking point guard. Let me tell you that much. Get rid of the point guard. You know how you fix the point guard? You get rid of the fucking point guard. I don't know, man. Make motherfuckers play a lot of fucking minutes. That's what's gonna happen. You want to keep Hero out? Well, guess what, Duncan? You're gonna have to play all game. You want to take it easy at the beginning of the season and eat shit, Butler? And not turn it on and make everybody think you don't care about the fucking game at the beginning of the season? Well, guess what? Now you gotta play 40 fucking minutes a game and go fucking crazy. And hope to God, you make it to the fucking playoffs so healthy. Cause that's like, we win 10 more fucking games, man. We win fucking 5 more fucking games. And this is like bullshit to us. This game doesn't hurt as much. We win 5 more fucking games, and maybe this is one of the games that we win. I'm wheezing because that fucking Puffco hit fucked me up. I'm just letting you know. This is not... I have to go back and look at and listen to some of the tape from last year's Cultura at this time. around this time, like how were we at this time? Because I gotta say, like, I think we were worse at this time. But now I feel like even though we might have been worse, like in the standings, or if not the same, like at one moment this season, you felt like we had a better team than last season, and we were like, okay, you know what, we have a better team than last season, so we should be all right. Now I don't feel like that anymore. Now I feel like it's been proven that we can't beat these guys, the best teams in the league. Yeah, we can't beat them yet. And when are you gonna beat them? 2 years from now? Because you're gonna have to develop at least two more fucking players to beat these guys. We don't have the kill. I mean, the guy who's supposed to be the killer is fucking out with a knee or a hand or a face or a stick or this or that. I don't know. He's out with something. And that's frustrating, man. That's frustrating. Because he's a great player. I like him a lot. He fits the mold of this team. He fits the attitude of this team. He fits Miami. He is Miami. How is it a kid from freaking, Milwaukee is actually a kid from Miami? He's perfect. But his injuries are becoming a problem. And right now, it's a glaring thing that I fear this team will have to or force themselves or mistakenly force themselves or feel like they might have to force themselves into making a rash decision about him. Because he just has had bad luck. Because it's not even like, oh, he's hurting himself because he's being stupid. He's like, driving the car on South Beach and crashing it or some shit. No, dude, he literally was running on the court and there was like a slippery spot and he fucking slipped forward. And he was running for a fucking, he was diving for a fucking loose ball in the middle of the playoffs and fucking hit his hand on the floor. The other shit was some other shit. Oh, the ankle. I don't know. Whatever the fuck it was. But, you get my point. These injuries are not like fucking stupid injuries. They're like injuries that just come in the game, and there's nothing you can do about that. So it's not like, where this is Hero being an asshole. No. It's just kind of getting fucked here. God, I don't know, man. I don't know what the solution is, but I really just feel, you know what? I think we should invest more in Kane. Bring back the guys that have been here already, that we've seen them play and they play good. Why is Kane not playing? Why are we rolling with Teddy Rozier and not Jamal Kane? Why does Kane still on a fucking 2-way contract and we're juggling the fucking shit? And I don't understand why we're still juggling that, or why we're still having to have Kane play in the fucking in the G League. There was other guys that we were bringing up from the G League that was like the G League MVP. And sure, like he came in and he didn't really have super successful games, but it's like, this is the first NBA game this guy's ever had, and you're gonna give Teddy Rozier more shots instead of seeing if this guy can break out. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't even know how to respond to that, bro. Because part of me is like, yeah, dude, because if you're really gonna be big in the NBA, you come out and you explode right away. And he came out and he missed all his shots. Same thing with fucking this other guy, the Swider. Swider came in, has missed all his shots. So you can't waste this shit. But I don't know, man. I care less. I don't know. I don't want to say I care less about shots and more about like what ends up happening at the end of the game. Do we win the game or do we lose with these people? Because right now you have Teddy Rozier in there, and I see him making shots, but we are losing the game. Because ultimately he starts taking all of the shots. Come on, you know it. Don't give me this, that. Oh, but he's good, and give him time, and he's got a lot of potential. And all that shit. Like, no, I don't want potential, bro. I want somebody that's gonna come in here and we win games. I don't want potential of how Teddy Rozier is gonna be, in his future. I don't give a fuck about Teddy Rozier, bro. Cut his ass tomorrow, bro. If I care. Go into this game one less guy just because fuck him. I don't care. What I care about is, are we winning with this guy? We're not winning with this guy anymore, man. So switch it back up to something to when we were winning when he was not here. To see if we win. Make him come off the bench, bro. Start. Why can't we roll with Bam, Butler, Waquez, Jovic, and Duncan? That's a starting five right there. Just roll with those motherfuckers to start. When Hero gets back, you sit Jovic, or you sit fucking Waquez, and you ride with Hero. You gotta get more playing time for Bryant. This is bullshit that we can barely seen this motherfucking guy all season long. Even Orlando Robinson, barely seen Orlando Robinson, and we're supposed to be a bigger team. This was a great game where you want to play Bryant and Bam. I don't want to go anymore with just Bam and then sitting at one big, bro. Like this team is fucking huge, man. This is a power team. So when we go with we have to have size. We have to have size. We have to. And to disrupt them. You know, this is a problem because we don't play Bryant at all during the season. He gets his ass suspended for how many fucking games was it? Like 5 fucking games and shit? For some stupid ass bullshit? Like, no, man, you gotta play his ass more. You gotta force it, make it an issue. I'd rather see if we could do something with these guys. There was the other point guard that we had picked up. I forgot what his name was. Okay, he didn't play at all tonight. También otro guy que no hizo nada. He wasn't even on the fucking thing, man. I think maybe he was injured or some shit. But look how many people we fucking played. We played a fuck ton of people, man. You know, but like, yeah, I didn't like fucking Patty Mills got killed. 14 points, 14 minutes, 2 points. Duncan Robinson, 11. Terry Rozier, 35 minutes. I don't want it, bro. I don't want his 35 fucking minutes anymore. I want to see Terry Rozier with 14 fucking minutes a game. Cut that shit in half. I want to see Duncan Robinson with, like, 36 minutes, just as many minutes as Butler, if not more. Waquez, play him more. Caleb, 25 minutes. I don't know if you're easing Caleb in or what. Bryant and Haywood Highsmith with 8 fucking minutes, bro. And Haywood Highsmith came in there. He was doing all right defensively. Why only 8 fucking minutes for Haywood Highsmith? Haywood Highsmith is a better player, in my opinion, than Terry Rozier. I think this team plays a lot better, a lot harder, and is more defensively sound with Haywood Highsmith getting more minutes than Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier taking 35 fucking goddamn minutes a game. You don't need to give him 35 fucking minutes a game. You can give Teddy Rozier 20 fucking minutes and we were just fine. Ride Haywood Highsmith more. Please, for the love of God. It's fucking insane. Don't even look at the fucking 3-point. 23 fucking percent. What good are you? And then we were like, it really felt like we were getting killed with rebounds. And we were, and everybody, but at the same time, they were too, because it was like we beat them 42-41 with rebounds. And it was all defensive rebounds. Like, both of us were not getting offensive rebounds. So it was just like, you can't say shit. We had more points in the paint. This game was all 3-pointers. This game was losing, They had 33% and we had 23. That's it. Goodbye. We had 83% at the free throw line. We were at the free throw line 18 times, 18 shots. Get out of here. Fuck you, fuck you. 3-pointers is the only fucking difference that stands out. 3-pointers and fucking Rozier. Fuck you. Look at all the minutes. Look at all the minutes that guy took up, bro. 25 fucking minutes is enough for Teddy Rozier, bro. You happy? How can you not be happy with 25 fucking minutes a game in the NBA? Get out of here. No. No, man. This team just plays so much tremendously better when other people are shining. And the guy that needs to be shining the most is not shining, and that's Butler. 36 minutes a game with 15 fucking points is not going to fucking cut it, bro. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to get anywhere. And that's why I say that Rozier is doing something. He's breaking up the chemistry of this team. And I don't want to say it like he's like fucking cancer or some shit like that. Oh my God, we take him out back and fucking, Old Yeller his ass and shit. But something's got to be done, bro. He's got to sit, dude. He can't start. Can't roll with Terry Rozier no more, bro. Roll with people we know. Roll with Jimmy. Roll with Jovic. Roll with fucking bro. Jovic has a 3 in his pocket, bro. He's more consistent than fucking Duncan Robinson right now. I trust Jovic more against the fucking aliens. If the aliens are saying, "Hey, we're gonna send Jovic to the line to hit a wide open fucking 3 to save the earth," are you not okay? Cool. And just moving on with your life because you know it's not everything's fine. You know it. Robinson? You're saying your fucking last rites, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Not even, because it doesn't matter, because there's gonna be nothing left. Unacceptable, dude. Jimmy Butler, 15 fucking points, bro. We need the killer. We need to see a new Jimmy. A new version of this person. We need to see him go Super Saiyan 8. Rest in peace. He's got to open up something new. He's got to do something new. They all got to do something new. Right now, this is not enough. This is not enough. This is a team that if we lose twice in a series, we'll lose the series for sure. We'll just crumble. Hell, if we lose once, maybe we'll crumble, depending on when it is. But this is not a team that I feel has any shot in the postseason right now. And it's just crazy, going back and forth and up and down. You don't know this team. You don't know this team at all. So why am I here? I'm out. Like that? No. It's not fair. We don't have much left. And not many. I mean, we talked about it in the last time that this was probably the last big game for the Heat. The Golden State Warriors are not a big game. It's like whatever, But if we lose the Golden State Warrior game, that I think also says again a lot. We can't beat like stars and shit like that. We've got Cavs, which is like gonna help, but are we gonna win them all? No, we're not gonna win them all. Get out of here. Are we gonna win all the games against the Pistons? No, we're not gonna win all the games against the Pistons. Get out of here. Are we going to win all the games we have left against the 76ers? No. One of them we'll lose. We might lose against the Wizards. Are we going to beat the Mavericks when we see them again on April 10th? Probably not. Are we going to lose to the Raptors at the end of the season? Probably. Are we going to beat the Hawks at the end? I don't know. Are we going to beat the Rockets? Because we should. I'm going to have to get back on you on that because I'm not sure. The Knicks? In Miami? Maybe. But don't be surprised, you know what I mean? So, and the Pelicans again, who they're pissed off and they want to get us back. You think we're going to beat the Pelicans when they come down to Miami, or you think another fight's going to break out? That's it. Trailblazers also coming to town. They were up 20 on us. we are going to have to start wiping the floor with people if we really want to be a well-oiled machine. But at the same time, you know what? I'm tired. I'm so tired of telling you and saying out loud to myself to convince myself what this team needs to do to win and to be better and to take that next step. I'm tired. It's not up to me. It's not up to us anymore. This is the situation that they put themselves in, and this is the ride now. This is the snake that we are on, and we must ride the snake. This is the journey. This is the way that they like to do it. So hold on to your butts, because this is it. We are going to see this team like a psychotic, schizophrenic, wild homeless person who, you know, has been off the meds for a little bit and is trying to like just do better for himself, but doesn't want to get on his meds, you know, because nah, I don't have to. But you know, it'll do this guy in particular. He probably should. But and now he's all over the place, and he's in danger of all of a sudden appearing in the middle of the 826 buck naked. And we don't want that to happen. That almost happened last year, and somehow you pulled it together and, like, you know, came away a success, sort of, in the end. And then in the end, you fucked it all up. But it was nice for a little while. Are you going to do that again? Is it going to be nice for a little bit again here? Or are we going to, like, cry? I think we're going to cry. Because it was a very, very, very tough stretch to go through and just be like, oh wow, we lost a bunch of games, and we're like, and we lost key games. You know, it's not like we're not losing. We're not competing with these people. We're losing to them. We're losing to the best in the league. It's not like, oh, they beat us once and we beat them. No. We're losing to the best in the league. So there's nothing but hope that we have anymore. So I mean, you watch these games and you enjoy the games and enjoy the ride and all this stuff, but just know that, like, this is where this team is supposedly, like, it does its dirty work. This is where it likes to be. It likes to be in the slop and the filth. It likes to be in the mud and the dirt. This team it treads in the darkness amongst the seedy people at night. This is Miami. This is how we live. This is how we feel. This is how we know who we are. In the shadows. With the desolate. The depraved. We function better when there is dysfunction. So let's see how far back these people want to put themselves before they have to climb out of this muck and mud that they've thrown themselves in. These people are they have a kink, and their kink is to suffocate themselves. And then at the last minute before they pass out, gasp for air that gives them just enough. It's not a problem. You do what you gotta do. You do what you wanna do. You like what you wanna like. But know that this is a voyeuristic experience and there's other people watching. And you want to put on a good show for them. Okay? Not all of us are into, you know, shit eating, so to speak. Sorry. It's not the majority. Most of us don't come to this show to watch the shit eating. We come to watch, the hardcore sex, the hardcore stuff that makes us like just jump out of our seat. So please, just keep that in mind as you're tearing us apart over and over again, relentlessly, until daybreak. Next game's on Friday, 7 p.m. Is it a back-to-back? No. It's Friday and then Sunday, but it's both against the Pistons. Wonderful. Looking forward to that. Truly. You think we're going to win? Because even if we do win, that's not a win. That's not a step forward for this team. It's just, you're cleaning up shit with a dirty hand that was covered in shit. That's what you're doing. You're picking at your infected fucking wound with a finger that was dipped in fucking nastiness. That's what we're gonna be doing if we win against the Pistons. But we have to. And to get out all that fucking gangrene, cut it out. And it's gonna take two wins against the Pistons. It's gonna take another win against. It's gonna take another win streak. It's gonna take another win streak, bro. And we gotta really pull. We gotta really be at this last end. We gotta really do well. We have to, man. Like I don't wanna go into this fucking goddamn playoff shit like playing team and all this shit. And just fucking bro. Me va a dar una fucking hernia otra vez. On top of the hernia that I already have, is gonna give me another hernia. I'm gonna have 2 hernias and a hernia. My hernia is gonna have a hernia. Yeah, I don't want that shit, dude. I don't want that shit, dude. No, please. Please don't. Please just, can you just please? Please don't. Just please. Just make it into a 6 just so I can fucking, sleep. Just one day. So I don't have to worry about the games they're playing. I'm just going to sleep today. I don't have to worry about the playing game. So when you wake up for the game, you're like a little bit refreshed and shit. Please, can we do that, please, for me? Just for me, please. Please, I beg of you. Just please, 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 please. Again, I'm gonna try to give you. I'll maybe Friday. You know what? Honestly, I might have Friday. I might not be able to because Friday I might try to do something with family on Friday. So so if I don't make it on Friday, just so you know for sure on Sunday. For sure on Sunday because it's a 3 p.m. game, so I'll be able to get in, the Cultura early. And then I'll give you the back-to-back with the Monday Cultura, which should be, I think, St. Patrick's Day or something. Or St. Patrick's Day is on Sunday. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know. It's one of these days. Sorry. I'm like, ugh. But, yeah. That's probably how it's going to be. If I get home, if I get in and I end up doing the thing on Friday, then yeah, for sure you'll see me. But if not, I'll definitely be here for the Sunday and then for the Monday game as well. Okay, so just be prepared for that, and yeah, there's nothing else to really say. Closing it out, we just gotta start winning games, bro. At some point, please start winning, and then we can't stop winning, and then it's just. We got to get Hero back healthy. If we don't get Hero back healthy, estamos de pinga. If we don't get that guy back, and we got to get him back before fucking playoffs, man, because he's got to get back in tune. It takes Hero always a bunch of games to come back and start making shots and be good and smooth. We gotta do that. And he's got to come back, man, because if he doesn't, I don't know. Definitely, we're not going to go anywhere if we don't have Hero going into it. I don't care if we went without him last postseason. It's just with him there, it makes everything so much easier. It does. It does. It does, okay? So, I don't know when, but we got to see that guy back at some point, and he's got to get some games under him, because if not, it's just gonna be really tough. And I keep saying this stuff, and then this is the same shit we said last year, and then last year, oh, it's over, and then we come in, boom, you saw what happened. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't know. So hold on to your butts. All right? That's all I'm gonna say. He cultura. He cultura. He cultura. He cultura. He cultura. Da, 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 da. He cultura. He cultura. He cultura. He cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura. Studio MOGRA. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the Cash App. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and my independent animated pilot. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon for softcover, available on Barnes & Noble online for the hardcover. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com, and also my blog, which is on octotaco.com. Check out my TeePublic shop with the official He Cultura t-shirt and also other awesome designs you can get in really good price. Please check that out and buy. That's a great way to support me. And also the best way to support me is just listen to my music. You know, check out the last link, the last QR code, which is a link to my Spotify playlist of my entire discography from 1999 up until last year's with the latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. Support me that way, or check the Bandcamp link at the bottom of the page, eltopo.bandcamp.miami. I mean, eltopomiami.bandcamp.com, sorry. Go there, and you can buy my music there, and that is the best way to buy my music. You buy my music there, and I get the most money. But if not, if you don't want to buy the music, you just want to listen to it, stream it, and please, by all means, stream it on Spotify, and, 1 million fucking times. If you stream me 6 million times, you'll get me $200. That's what Vietnam did. Are you better than Vietnam? Are you gonna let Vietnam do just like show you up like that? Vietnam is better than you right now because they literally put up 6 million streams and they paid for my battery in my car right now. So what have you done? As an American, as someone living on this hemisphere, as a Latino, as a Dominican, as a Venezuelan, as a person on planet Earth, what have you done? Vietnam streamed me 6 million times, my shittiest track. $250. Thank you very much, Vietnam. I love you so much forever. Bond me for life. So please, be like Vietnam. 6 million streams. Let's go. Get on it. Check out my Spotify, please. We'll be back here Friday, if not, I told you already, whatever. I don't know what to tell you, man. Don't freak out. Just freak out.